Welcome. So, till now, in our lecture, we have studied about the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system. Let us continue that part. Okay. Today, we will be dealing about spermatogenesis. So, the word is very simple as it says sperm synthesis means it is a process in which the sperms are synthesized. Okay. It is a process in which sperms are synthesized. Okay. And again a question arises where the sperms are synthesized. As you know that sperms are synthesized in the testis. But where in the testis? So they are synthesized in the seminiferous tubules of the testis. Hence we call them as the structural and functional unit of the testis. So the definition will be, so spermatogenesis is a process in which sperms are synthesized in the seminiferous tubules of the testis. Okay. So this is how we can define the term spermatogenesis. So now let us see in detail how the sperms are synthesized in the testis, that is in the seminiferous tubules. As we studied that in seminiferous tubules, in my last class I had told that. So seminiferous tubules are spherical structures, okay, and they are lined by the cells, a single layer of cells, and these cells we call them as spermatogonia. These cells again kariತೀವಿ. So these are the cells which are present in the seminiferous tubules, and these cells we call them as spermatogonia, and these cells will produce what? The sperms. And in seminiferous tubules only there are another specialized cells, what we call them as Sertoli cells. Okay. ಈ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದೀಸ್, ಸೊ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದೀಸ್ spermatogonia cells. After the sperms are produced, the sperms attaches or get embedded in the Sertoli cells, because Sertoli cells contain the food or nourishment that is required for the sperms to grow. Now let us study in detail the process of spermatogenesis, how the sperms are synthesized in the testis in the seminiferous tubules. In seminiferous tubules we have specialized cells to produce the sperms. Those cells we call them as the spermatogonia cell. Okay, let me write like this here. Okay, so this is a germ cell and these cells will be diploid. Okay, so let me write, this cell is spermatogonia cell. Okay, these cells undergo mitosis, means one cell will produce some more cells by undergoing what? Mitosis. Okay, so it will undergo many mitotic division to produce the cells. If it is undergoing mitosis, hence mitosis we call it as the equational cell division, hence the chromosome number will be same. Okay, so these cells also are nothing but we call them as spermatogonia cells only. Okay? Spermatogonia cells only has undergone mitosis, hence again that will be spermatogonia cell only. Okay, here what happens, cells are undergoing multiplication, division to produce many cells. Okay, hence this phase we call it as phase of multiplication. Now what happens in the seminiferous tubules, think this cell, what it does, it absorbs water. It absorbs water from the surrounding cytoplasm. Little bit it differentiates. Okay, again, so nothing has changed here, only the size or the volume of the cell has increased. Okay, now the cell has differentiated, so this cell we call it as a primary spermatocyte. Simple ಇದೆ. Spermatogonia cell ಇದೆಯೇ, some spermatogonia cells will differentiate or increases in size. Now that cell we call it as primary spermatocyte. So what has happened here? Cell has increased, andre ಬೆಳೆದಿದೆ, growth has taken place. Hence we call this phase as phase of growth. Now this is the cell which has the capacity to undergo meiosis. So spermatogonia cell will not undergo meiosis. Remember, it is the primary spermatocyte which undergoes meiosis. Okay, so as we know that meiosis are two substages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Okay, so it undergoes meiosis. So first meiosis adaga ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? So two cells are formed. So cell equal ಆಗಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Now meiosis 1 ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? It becomes haploid cells. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ 46 ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? The chromosome number reduces. Means ಅರ್ಧ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Hence here you will get 23, here you will get 23. ಹಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? Haploid cell ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. Okay, so these haploid cells now we call them as the secondary spermatocytes. Primary spermatocyte will undergo meiosis to form what? Two haploid cells, and these two haploid cells we call them as secondary spermatocyte. Now this secondary spermatocyte will undergo meiosis 2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡನೇ meiosis ಅಲ್ಲ, meiosis ದಲ್ಲೇ ಎರಡನೇ substage. So we'll find now how many cells? Now we will find 4 cells. This is meiosis 2. Okay, and what we call this as? This is called as spermatid. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? Spermatid means a single diploid cell, when it undergoes meiosis, it produces 4 haploid cells. So mitosis ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ one diploid cell will produce 2 diploid cells in mitosis. Meiosis ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? one diploid cell will produce 4 haploid cells. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ meiosis ದಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸಬ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇದೆ, meiosis 1 ಮತ್ತೆ meiosis 2. hence you will get 4 haploid cell. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 46 ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಎಂಡ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, 23 ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಆರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್? ನೋ, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ನಾನ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾನ್ ಮೊಟೈಲ್. means sperm will be motile, but here you don't find that the tail is present. Hence these we call them as not the sperms, we call them as the spermatids ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ. What are spermatids? Spermatids are non functional and non motile sperms ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, here what you can see that the primary spermatocyte has now differentiated or matured into spermatid. Hence we call this process or phase as phase of maturation. Means spermatogenesis can be studied under 3 different phases, that is phase of multiplication, phase of growth and phase of maturation. Okay, phase of multiplication dalli enagtade, a spermatogonia cell will undergo many mitotic division, okay, to form many spermatogonia cells. In that, few spermatogonia cells differentiate into primary spermatocyte, and primary spermatocyte are the cells which will undergo meiosis. Means entire males ಏನಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, so bari primary spermatocyte will undergo meiosis, no other cells in the males will undergo meiosis. Okay, so primary spermatocyte will undergo meiosis 1 to form secondary spermatocytes which are haploid, and these haploid cells will undergo meiosis to form the spermatids. Okay, now what happens? These spermatids further undergoes a process where they will develop the tail. They will be haploid cells. Here what they will get? They will develop what? Tail. Okay. So, and this is what we call them as the sperms, or we call it as spermatozoa. Sperm ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರಿಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ spermatozoa ಅಂತಾನೂ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. Here when you look at the spermatids are the cells which do not have the tail. Now what happens? These we call them as non-motile and non-functional. Those are spermatids. Now this non-functional and non-motile spermatids will become functional and motile. Okay. Now we call them as the sperms or spermatozoa. This process where a spermatid is converted into sperm or a non-functional and non-motile spermatid is converted into functional and motile sperm, we call this process as spermiogenesis, or even you can call it as spermateliosis. So, spermiogenesis or spermateliosis, it is a process where the non-motile and non-functional spermatids are converted into motile and functional sperms. Okay. So, if we talk about the spermatogenesis, there are 4 major steps that occurs where a spermatogonia is converted into sperm. That is phase of multiplication, phase of growth, phase of maturation, and that is spermiogenesis or spermateliosis. Okay, this is the schematic representation of the entire spermatogenesis process. I hope this much is clear for you. Okay, this is the entire process which occurs in the seminiferous tubules of the testis. Okay. So in seminiferous tubule, what we have seen? So spermatogonia cells will be there, and here we will be having what? The Sertoli cells. So there will be Sertoli cells, and Sertoli cells are the nourishing cells, and seminiferous tubules are lined by the special germ cells, what we call them as spermatogonia cells. So these spermatogonia cells will undergo mitosis and meiosis to form what? Sperms. Okay. So think the sperms are produced. Now these sperms come and attach or get embedded into the Sertoli cells to obtain the nourishment. Okay, they obtain the nourishment from the Sertoli cell, hence it is called as the nourishing tissue. Okay, so after that, so this part will be empty space. Empty space we call it as lumen ant ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So ಆ empty space ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಇರ್ತದೆ. So ಆ empty space ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? Lumen ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. After obtaining the nourishment, so from Sertoli cells, sperms are left into the lumen of the seminiferous tubules, and that process we call it as a spermiation. So spermiation is a process in which the sperms from the Sertoli cells are left into the lumen of the seminiferous tubules. Okay, so ಈಗ ಎನ್ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ದೇ ಆರ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿಸ್ ಎಂಟಿ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್, into the seminiferous tubules. Now what happens? The sperms through this empty space from this tube, that is seminiferous tubules, reach what? Rettate testis. Remember what we had discussed in male reproductive system. So from seminiferous tubules they will reach to the next tubule, that is rettate testis. From rettate testis to vasa efferentia. From vasa efferentia they will reach the epididymis. So in epididymis they obtain a maturity. So maturity ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಥಿಂಕ್ ದಟ್ 60 to 70% ಆಫ್ ದೇ ಗೆಟ್ ಮೆಚೂರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಎಪಿಡಿಡಿಮಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಥ್ರೂ ವಾಸ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ಯುರೇಥ್ರಾ. ಸೊ ಯುರೇಥ್ರಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸಮೈನಲ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರೋಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಬಲ್ಬೋ ಯುರೇಥ್ರಲ್ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದ್ರಲಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಅಲ್ಲಾಗ್ತದೆ. ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದ seminal fluid, it attains complete maturity, it gets the energy for the movement. ಓಕೆ, ಮೊಟಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಓಕೆ, and another important thing that you have to know is ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಜೆನಿಸಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಗೋನಿಯಲಿಂತ್ರ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ತಯಾರು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಸ್ 74 days. A important point for you means the entire spermatogenesis process requires how many days? It requires 74 days. Okay, so that was about the spermatogenesis for you. Okay, now let us discuss about the sperm, how the sperm looks, what are the parts in the sperms. Okay, okay, this is the structure of human sperm. Another important diagram for this topic, okay, which is important for your examination. Okay, when you look at the sperm, so sperm is divided into 4 major parts. Okay, so one is head, this is neck region, and this is the middle piece, what we call it as body, or middle piece we can call it as, and another one is the tail, because sperms are the gametes which are motile, hence they are having the tail. Okay, we can study this in 4 major parts. Let us see one by one. Entire sperm is a single cell, remember that one. It is a single cell, and in animals the cells are surrounded by a layer that is called as plasma membrane, or what you call it as cell membrane. So here also sperm is surrounded by a plasma membrane. Okay, the head contains the nucleus, means nucleus contains the genetic material, that is the chromosomes they contain. Okay, anterior at the tip of the head or above the nucleus there is acrosome. Okay, acrosome contains enzymes. Okay, these enzymes are essential when the sperm comes in contact with the female gamete. So these acrosome enzymes helps to dissolve the outer layer of the egg so that the sperm can enter inside. Okay, hence they play an important role during fertilization. And what are the chemicals they contain? So the chemical we call it as acrosome. In that they contain the enzymes like hyaluronidase and zonalysin. So 2 important chemicals they contain. One is hyaluronidase and another one is zona lysine. These are the two chemicals this acrosome contains. Okay, so that is the head region. It contains two major parts. One is nucleus and another one is acrosome. Next, in the neck region, there are two centrioles. Means usually if we talk about the animal cell, there is only one centriole. Here, that centriole has underwent a replication. So you will find two centrioles. One centriole is present towards the nucleus and another towards the middle piece. The centriole which is present nearer the nucleus or head region, we call it as a proximal centriole. So proximal centriole will help in fusing the male nucleus and female nucleus during fertilization. How it is, later we shall see that one. Okay, during fertilization. Next we have distal centriole. So distal centriole produces the fiber. Okay, so that fiber, what we call it as axoneme fiber, which extends throughout the tail. So it is just like a backbone which will provide the shape to the sperm. Okay, okay. When we come to the middle piece, so middle piece contains plenty of mitochondria. Okay, and these mitochondria are spirally arranged to the axoneme fiber or spirally arranged. They are present in the middle piece. Plenty of mitochondria will be there. So what is the function of mitochondria? We know that mitochondria produces energy. Okay, and hence these mitochondria produces energy which is essential for the movement of the sperm towards the female gamete. Okay, and this spirally arranged mitochondria is another term we can use, that is called as Nebenkern. So Nebenkern is nothing but spirally arranged mitochondria in the sperm. We call it as Nebenkern. And we have the tail, and usually the tail plays an important role in movement of the sperm. Okay, so this is about the explanation for the structure of sperm. Okay, important for your examination, especially the structure of sperm. Now let us study about the hormonal control. So which are the hormones that are necessary for the male reproductive system? Okay, so which are hormones that are playing a most important role? Either it might be for spermatogenesis or the synthesis of sperms. Now let us discuss about the hormonal control in the male reproductive system. Okay. So we discussed in entire male reproductive system about only one hormone, that is the testosterone. Okay, who produces the testosterone? It is the Leydig cells. And who initiate the Leydig cells to produce that hormone? When that hormone is produced, for what purpose that hormone is produced, let us discuss in that one. Okay, let it be any hormones in our body. All these hormones are controlled by our master gland. So that master gland, we call it as pituitary gland. So our master gland is pituitary gland. Okay, in pituitary gland, so pituitary gland, a small gland that is just a bean shaped structure that is present in our brain. Okay, so it is bifurcated into two parts. One is anterior part, the bigger, and the smaller one is the posterior part. Okay, so anterior part produces 7 hormones which controls our body system, and posterior part produces 2 hormones. Okay, and I am discussing about the 2 major hormones, what we call them as FSH and LH. Okay, 2 major hormones. About these hormones you have studied in first year. Okay, FSH is follicle stimulating hormone, LH is luteinizing hormone. So what is FSH? Follicle stimulating hormone, and LH is luteinizing hormone. These are the hormones either in males or in females, both they are produced. They control the functioning of the gonads, that is the reproductive or sex organs they control. Okay, hence in commonly we call them as gonadotropins. So FSH and LH hormones, we call them as gonadotropins because they control the functioning of the gonads, hence are called as gonadotropins. Okay, so and these gonadotropins are produced where? They are produced by the anterior pituitary. Okay, so in pituitary gland, it is the anterior pituitary which produces FSH and okay. So pituitary gland produces two hormones, that is anterior pituitary. One is LH hormone and another one is FSH hormone. FSH hormone. Okay, and who make, so pituitary gland won't function on its own. Remember that one. It is controlled by another master gland. So master gland is pituitary gland. So master ne control madbekandre there must be another master. Okay, so that master we call it as hypothalamus. Okay, hypothalamus we call it as master of master gland because the release of pituitary gland hormones, those 9 hormones, are entirely controlled by whom? Hypothalamus. Now let us discuss only about the gonadotropin. So hypothalamus, what it does, it releases after puberty. So in males, after puberty, andre after 13 to 14 years only, when the child matures, okay, adana puberty anta kariತೀವಿ. ಆವಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, spermatogenesis process takes place. During maturation and after puberty, hypothalamus releases one of the hormone called as gonadotropin releasing hormone. So GnRH ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ, that is gonadotropin releasing hormone ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Okay, so which are the gonadotropins? That is FSH and LH are the gonadotropins. So hypothalamus release a hormone called as gonadotropin releasing hormone, means it is a message from hypothalamus to pituitary gland. Ya part pituitary gland alli, that is anterior part, to release the hormones, that is LH hormone, luteinizing hormone, and FSH hormone. Okay, so LH hormone usually gives the message to whom? That is Leydig cells, and FSH, it gives the message to the Sertoli cells to do their function. Okay, so Leydig cells, when the LH hormone provides a message to the Leydig cell, so Leydig cell now produce its hormone called as testosterone. So andre testosterone produce ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ Leydig cell ಇಂದ ಯಾರು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? It is the pituitary gland. Through LH hormone it is controlling the release of testosterone. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ testosterone produce ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Okay, now testosterone, what is its main function? So testosterone ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? It initiates what? Spermatogenesis. So testosterone produce ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? Spermatogenesis, means spermatogonia cells ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ? They undergo meiosis to produce what? The sperms. Okay, so that is the main function of testosterone, to carry out the process, that is spermatogenesis. Okay, and after puberty, testosterone plays another function, that is the secondary male characters. Testosterone is also responsible for the secondary male characters. So which are those male characters? So the male characters, secondary characters ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So males have a hard voice, a deeper voice when compared to the females. Okay, easily male voice and female voice can be make out. Okay, and after that either it might be the beard, so where females will not have that one. So testosterone hormones, beard synthesis, or it also initiates the formation of mustaches. Like this, many hormones are there. Either it might be the thickening of this one, okay, the bone. Okay, like this, they play an important role. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, secondary male characters ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, so that is the role of that one. So where you will find Leydig cells, as we discussed, seminiferous tubules ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ testis ದಲ್ಲಿ. So here we have the space, right? ಈ ಸ್ಪೇಸ್ ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, interstitial space ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So interstitial space means the space present between the seminiferous tubules. We call it as interstitial space. Okay, so here you will find the Leydig cells. Okay, hence Leydig cells ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. So even they are called as interstitial cells ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, because they are found in the interstitial space. Hence we can call them as interstitial cells also. ಯಾರಿಗೆ, Leydig cells ಗೆ. Hence LH ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, in males only it is called as ICSH ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್. ICSH ಅಂದ್ರೆ interstitial cell stimulating hormone ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. interstitial cell stimulating hormone ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. LH means interstitial cell ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದು Leydig cells, means they stimulate the Leydig cells to produce what? Testosterone. Hence LH is also called as ICSH. ಇದು ಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಫೀಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ICSH ಅನ್ನಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. There we use only the term LH. So this was about the LH hormone. Okay, LH hormone ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, or ICSH hormone ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, released from anterior pituitary, which initiates or stimulates Leydig cells to produce what? Testosterone. So testosterone stimulates what? Spermatogenesis and secondary male characters. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ FSH, follicle stimulating hormone ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? So it stimulates what? Sertoli cells. So Sertoli cells in ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು? That it is nourishing tissue. And remember, it does another one function called as spermiogenesis. So Sertoli cells ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? It helps in carrying out spermiogenesis. We discussed about that one. What is spermiogenesis? So it is a process where the immature spermatids are differentiated into mature sperms. Okay, spermiogenesis, spermatogenesis ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅದನ್ನ. Okay, so that is what is the last phase of spermatogenesis, where unmature cells will become mature sperms, where they will develop the tail. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ Sertoli cells, that is it produces one of the hormone called as inhibin. ಯಾವ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ? ಇನ್ಹಿಬಿನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ಹಿಬಿನ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಯಾಕೆ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟೋಸ್ಟೆರೋನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ತಯಾರಾದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋಜೆನೆಸಿಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಆಗದ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ Sertoli cell ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, ಇಟ್ produces a hormone called as inhibin. ಈ inhibin ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ, it gives a negative feedback. Negative feedback ಏನು ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಫೀಡ್ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ gives the message to the pituitary gland to stop releasing the hormone LH. ಅಂದ್ರೆ LH ಹಾರ್ಮೋನ್ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಏನ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗದ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಆವಾಗ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆದಾಗ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, Leydig cells ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಸ್ಟೋಸ್ಟೆರೋನ್ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಆವಾಗ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕಲಿ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟೋ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ here Leydig cells produces the testosterone hormone and Sertoli cells also produces one hormone, what we call it as inhibin. So, in today's lecture, hope you understood about the spermatogenesis process, and after that we discuss about the structure of the sperm, and this is the hormonal control in male reproductive system, how the hormones play an important role in controlling the process of spermatogenesis. Okay, hope this much is clear. I hope so. Okay.